So Novo Nordisk is down by about 40% year to date. What's going on here? Is it all tariff fears? I had to take a look and be curious. If we take a look at some of the numbers, we can see that yes, revenues are increasing, profitability is increasing, gross profit, and this is on a quarter by quarter basis. These are absolutely massive numbers. This company is a juggernaut. So despite continuing their track record of delivering growth, delivering great profitability, we can see that the stock has dipped by about 40% here over 1 year. And there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of speculation regarding trials of the type of drug that they have for weight loss, but also tariff fears. In times like this, I think it's important to zoom out a bit. If we look at the 5-year period, we can see that the stock is up by more than 200%. That's a lot more than the average that you can expect from the stock market, like statistically, of doubling about every 7 years. So all in all, the company is performing extremely well. And let's talk a bit about the tariffs. Will this throw a wrench in the plans? Well, perhaps, but also perhaps not. We see that, from my business experience, a lot of companies, they will just circumvent tariffs. For example, if you export cars, you maybe do production in another country like Mexico, or you put it, as shipped, you ship a car and you don't have the side mirrors attached, and you attach it in America and it's assembled in America. It can be like that with some goods. So there are ways around it, and a lot of companies won't really be affected by all of these tariffs. And even if they were to be affected, because there's a lot of flip-flopping going around on the issue and no real clear points, there's a 4-year administration now. A company is not going to commit to building a massive factory that's going to take years to bring back production, and then 4 years later it's a new administration with a new policy and everything's back to normal again. So, and by the way, CEOs have said this specifically in the steel industry. So we have a lot of uncertainty. And what is it that I always say about uncertainty? Well, investors hate uncertainty, and uncertainty is driving down stock price, as we can see in the short term. What about the more long term? Well, diabetes and weight gain is not going anywhere. As you can see behind me, I'm in Thailand now, in the George Floyd suite here at the Muay Thai camp, just basically trying to lose weight. The same battle as all the other millennials in my generation, fighting against the increasing weight measurements. And I'm not the only one doing this. Very, very common. Tells a lot about society. We have a massive health problem with regards to the weight gain. We can also see in developing countries, for example Thailand here, that they have started to add more sugar, and we're seeing food processing companies enter the market more, with more processed food in, for example, 7-Elevens, and more cheap sweeteners that can be added to foods. So this will also drive up diabetes rates and obesity, and of course this will be another market for companies like Novo Nordisk to grow in. They're not nearly done. It's not only the West that's getting larger and more unhealthy in this area and need a cure from this Danish pharmaceutical company. It's the developing world that's getting richer as well. So long term, I still have a very positive outlook on this stock. I think it will outperform normal market returns. Analysts call that overweight or overperform. But I'm not expecting any massive gains such as we've seen from small cap companies. I think that companies like Novo Nordisk, who is more established, who has a super mega large market cap, is more for wealth preservation rather than trying to increase and gain wealth quickly. So that's my comment on Novo Nordisk, on the tariffs, and a little bit about the future here, because these growth numbers, these revenue growth numbers, they're not going anywhere. We're gonna see more users, and we're gonna see a higher price on each dosage, in my opinion. Alright, that's been it for this video, and as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now, bye bye.